Well, hello. Today I'm drinking Bint Paddle Hefeweizen. I'm thinking it's pronounced. It's a traditional Bavarian style beer. But if you have watched my videos before, you might know my name is Maddie, and I have a minivan built out into a camper conversion, and I love traveling and doing things outdoors. Something people ask me a lot about is what it's like traveling alone. So I just wanted to make a video all about that. Hopefully answer your questions, maybe give you advice, however I can help you. I do hike on my own and I do travel, sometimes internationally on my own. But for this video, I just wanted to talk about van life. And at first I was gonna do van life as a solo female, but I picture what would be different if I was born as a guy. And I feel like I would still be cautious. I would still have safety at the forefront of my mind. So I think anyone can really benefit from what I'm about to say. So this is just solo van life, whoever you are. So the first couple of days when I started living in my van, I was really cautious at all times. I was constantly vigilant about who was seeing me. Did I reveal that I was alone? Or could there be another person with me? Am I living in my van? Am I just passing through? Maybe a week or so into it, I kind of eased up a little bit. I realized I didn't have to be as vigilant, but I still keep reminding myself, always be aware, always be paying attention. So it's just something you get more used to as you go along, but you have to keep that safety in the back of your mind always. The main question I get asked about living in my van alone is about loneliness. And yes, when I think about my life in general, I realize that I'm not really close to anyone, but on the day-to-day basis, I'm not really that lonely, especially when I'm doing something really cool, especially at a campsite with service. So when I started solo traveling in general, the biggest thing that I didn't like was not having someone with me to share the experience, to be like, oh my gosh, is this not beautiful? But then when I started my YouTube and started traveling again, all that problem is gone. I love being able to share it, and especially the fact that I'm sharing it via video. I can show you guys, oh, look at these cool clouds, look at the cool texture of this rock, and I'm pointing out things I love about a place to other people in a different, cool, artistic way. What I'm saying is vlogging and having my YouTube has helped me feel less lonely, because not only am I telling people a story, y'all can also comment. I love talking to people. And it just feels like I have friends through the internet going on these adventures with me. Okay, so next I'm going to give you all my safety tips I can possibly think of. Ready? So first, I'm very cautious about what I post on social media, my personal Facebook page, and all Beer and Beautiful Places platforms. I really pay attention to what clues I'm giving as to where I am and would somebody be able to find me. I would never post an Instagram story from a brewery where I was at that moment. I would wait a while just in case someone is in that area. They don't need to know where I am personally. Along with that, I make sure my vehicle just blends right in with the rest of them. Nothing no crazy stickers, no mural painted on the side, because I don't want to stand out. I just want to blend right in so that you could see my same car in the same color and you wouldn't know which one was me and which one was somebody else. I also really like to make sure my car is stealth, meaning that it just looks like any other car in the parking lot. You can't tell that someone's living in it. There's not a roof rack. There's not bikes hanging off the back. I could be living in this car, or I could be driving my kids to school. You can't tell. Along with blending in, when I do set up at a campsite or something, obviously I'm staying the night in my car. In that case, my focus is make it look like there's two people here. I set out 2 chairs, and if I happen to talk to someone, I refer to myself as we, as in, oh, we heard blah blah blah, this was closed, or something like that, so that it makes it sound like there's another person I'm with, you just don't see them. They're like gone to the bathroom or something. And if someone walks by and I say hi to them, I make it sound like there's another person in here. Like, really, before I started filming this video, someone walked by on the road of where I am now, and I was just like, hi. Oh yeah, there's someone on the road. I said that to my empty car, because to that person that I said hi to, there's actually 2 people in here. One person's just laying down. Another thing you could do with your setup is to have multiple self-defense items. I don't really want to go into detail of what I have, but I have things throughout the van so that wherever I'm sitting, if someone is coming up to me and I'm feeling threatened, it's never that far out of arm's reach to get something to protect myself with. It's also helpful to be strategic about when you arrive in a place. If you wanted to, you could get there early to scope out the place, make sure it feels good, you see it in the daylight. But on the flip side, you could also purposely try to get there later when you don't have to get out of your van. You're just gonna lay straight down and go to bed. And that way, no one knows, like, oh, there is a single white female over there. They're thinking, like, oh, I don't know who's in there, you know. So before I set out, I got this device that was like $20 or $30, I think. It's called Sprint Drive, and it was really easy to install. I'm pretty sure you have to have your phone service through Sprint, but anyway, you can see where your car is through your account on a smartphone. And I logged into my account from my parents' phone, so now they can see where I am at all times. And if you have someone like that that's looking out for you, you have that blessing in your life, then I would really recommend that, because even if I don't have service, like say they haven't heard from me for a few days, they can still look and see, oh, okay, her car is parked where she said she was gonna be. Okay, she's probably fine. Also, if you have an electric car key, if you can make the car alarm go off with a push of a button, that's great. If you have just a, like, non-electronic, just a normal key that you stick in and turn, I would probably get a alarm you can turn on and off and keep it as a keychain, and then keep your keys by your bed in the same spot every night. So let's say you hear something in the middle of the night outside and you're kind of freaked out, you know where to grab your keys, you turn on that car alarm, and say there is someone there, they're like thrown off their guard and they run away, because they know now everyone else in the area is looking at your car going off, and if there's someone like trying to rob you, they're gonna run away because they don't want that. Okay, but I definitely don't mean to scare you guys. Solo van life is actually the best. Okay, so first of all, there's absolutely no compromise. Whether that's what are you doing during the day? What are you gonna eat? Are you gonna be spontaneous or planned? What is your budget? When are you gonna go to sleep? Is your car gonna be messy or perfectly neat all the time? Every single detail of your life is up to you. There's absolutely no compromising, and you just do whatever you want. It's amazing. Having just me, I can have a smaller vehicle, which saves me on gas, and I don't have to carry around 2 people's stuff. It's just me. I don't have a lot of stuff. And also, there's something about solo traveling that just, you go on adventures you wouldn't otherwise. You never know who you might stop and talk to. You never know where you might wander to. Solo traveling is a different kind of adventure. I mean, I don't know your life. Maybe you have a good reason, but I think it's definitely something everyone should try if it's possible for them. Also, all the space is mine. I can stretch out. I can decorate how I want. It's just complete ownership of my own little adventure pod on wheels. Also, another thing about being alone is that I'm never experiencing someone else in a bad mood. When I'm in a bad mood, of course I have reason to be like that, and I'm gonna be angry while I need to be angry. But at the same time, no one else is ever in a bad mood around me because it's just me. I am setting the vibe. If I want to be happy, be happy. If I don't want to be happy, I don't. And finally, there's a feeling of pride you get from doing things by yourself. Just knowing I'm capable of living by myself and being totally self-contained, having everything I need within a minivan, it's just a really cool feeling. So what do you guys think? Could you live in a van by yourself? Or maybe you already do. Either way, please let me know what you've been thinking about as you watch this video. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!